Hello, hello. How are you? Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I forgot that it takes me a little bit longer to get organized. Tonight is Throwback Thursday. That means that we are going to make a card without a Cricut. We're going to make a card with no SVGs. We just have a simple sketch. If you'll notice on the blog, and now you want to go to karamiller.com and click on the latest one, and you'll see a picture of this card that will show you. If you need the SVG, there is an SVG for this card. It's a little different. There's also a cutting guide, and there's also a simple sketch. There's a PDF. There's a bunch of stuff in there. If you need it, you can go get what you need. I've given you a coupon code for tonight. This little bundle is $1.50, but use the code STAMP and it's 75 cents. Now, if you want to cut, let me show you the cards. Let's do that. So here's our two cards. This is the one we're going to make tonight. No Cricuts needed. Super simple, right? But I still love it. I love this stamp set. This is Seaside View, and I think it's really cool. It's one of the new stamp sets. I have a bunch of new stamp sets to show you, so the throwbacks are going to be here for a little bit, but we're going to include SVGs too, so it's sort of a combo. I've heard from some of you who have said, yeah, those are great, we love it, but we really just want to make cards, and if we don't have a Cricut, we can't. Or what if I'm going to be going camping, I'm going to be sitting outside, I want to make some cards and I don't have my machine with me. So we're going to do both kinds. We're going to do SVGs, which are for Cricut machines, and we're going to do the ones that need, the tools that you're going to need. If you don't have a Cricut, which is what we're working with tonight, you're going to want your trimmer. You're going to need a pair of snips. You're going to need your glue dots. I have fallen in love with Stamp and Seal Plus. You've seen me kind of struggle with Stamp and Seal. This is a stronger hold, but it's also way easier to utilize. So I'll show you the difference tonight too. They're both new. This may be a learning curve that I'm still at the beginning of the curve. I'm not sure. But this one, the Stamp and Seal Plus, I love it. Okay, so you need that. You're going to need your take your pick. And that's about it for tools, right? Easy peasy. Then I'm doing some coloring with my blends, but you could also color this with your coloring pencils. So that would be a little bit less that you would need to tote with you if you wanted. I'm using basic gray, and I'm going to use Bumblebee because I'm just in love with Bumblebee. These are all pre-cut, and the directions are on the blog. I will get those uploaded for you after to cut this. They're also in the product that we're using tonight. It's called an Embelly, which is the SVG, but this is the Embelly card. Sort of similar, but not exactly the same. And if you love this, you like the wave and you like all that, but you don't have a Cricut, I've also included a PDF that you can print out that has the template so that you can then cut out the template, trace it onto your designer series paper. I'll post a little video later this weekend that shows you how to make one of these without a Cricut. And then you just cut it all out, glue it down, and you are good to go. So this is the Embelly version for my Cricut friends or Scan and Cut friends. It's an SVG. There's also a template, and that's all included in that $1.50, actually 75 cents. There's the SVG, there's the printed template, and then there's the sketch with the dimensions to make this one. Okay? All right, so let's get us started. First thing you need is your card base. Now I have this pre-cut, but I'm going to cut one for you so that you can see, and then we'll put it together. So first thing you need is your card base. I need to make myself a little bit of room here. And I am going to use, right, Susan? You're going to need the thick Whisper White for this card base. And I'm going to slide this in, and I'm going to cut this at 5.5. So those of you that have friends that are not Cricut users, please be sure to share this with them and tell them that we're going back. We're doing both. We have not forgotten our non-Cricut users. And we score this at 4 1/4. So now we have a 5.5 by 4 1/4 card ready to go. All right. I actually get 2 from that piece. 4 1/4. And I'm going to score. Make sure that you grab the score blade, not the cut blade, or you end up with 2 little pieces. There's our card. All right. The next thing we're going to do, and I am using the Whale of a Time paper. Now remember, I had you cut them, and these instructions are also in that. When you purchase that, you'll get that download. It's 6 by 6 is the Whale of a Time. I make these little kits for myself with the Designer Series paper. Hey Becky. And then I have all my papers sort of pre-cut, ready to go. And I can tell what colors I need. I've explained this to you some other time, so I don't want to go over it again. Anywho, these are some. I love this one. I'm not quite sure if it's going to go. I think it might be a bit much with that drawing, so I'm going to use this side. But I do. I love this Whale of a Time pool party. So actually I'm going to use this one and this one are going to be my pattern papers, and then my background I'm going to use this. Now this I could use this to cut the embelly. I could use this to cut the card that we're making without a Cricut. So first things first, if you look at your card, you need your cardstock background. That is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. You have to trim a little bit off of your pre-cut items. That's Pool Party. Then I'm going to go next. Which one do I want next? I think I'm going to go with that one. On this one you only need 2, and this is going to be 3 3/4. If you were doing the embelly, you would need 1 more layer. 3 3/4 by 5. And then 1 more is your Whisper White that you're going to stamp on. And if you're going to color with blends, I recommend that you use the thick Whisper White. If you're going to use your watercolors, you can probably get away, your watercolor pencils, you can probably get away with just regular Whisper White, but the blends work better on the thick. So, and this one needs to be 3 by 4. Four by 3. Okay, and we are all cut now. So I can put this tool away. And then I have my pieces for this card, and I have these. Now I need to find a ribbon for this one. So let's look in here. Oh, this would be cool. This is, I should know its name. I don't know its name. It's one of the new, it doesn't tell me. It's a mystery. That would work. Or I'm actually going to use this one. This one is because I can't really use that yellow one on this one. Crinkled Seam Binding. Okay. So let's get going. Let's clean up my mess. I'm going to do the one with the bumblebee first, and then if we have time, we'll do this one too. So first things first. Embellies, if nothing else, have taught me that I need to ink. Ink is just my friend. So I'm suggesting that you grab yourself a sponge. They come 3 to a pack and they're circles. I thought I had a whole one here. And then I cut them into little pieces. So you don't need a whole, you get a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 8 or 9 from one sponge, and you get 3 sponges. When I first started this, I thought I needed these. But I really like the way that one works. They both do the same, but I kind of like the sponge more than the dauber. Personal preference, you have to play with both and see what you like. So we're going to ink this up a little with some Bumblebee, and we're just going to lightly go along the edge. Now, if you really like a distressed look, you could get more carried away than I am. I'm not a huge distressed ink fan, but I'm definitely an ink fan now. This is new for me. Debbie says I could color that to match, I could color that ribbon with my blends to match. I sure could. Okay, so there's that one. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I am kind of a matchy-matchy. I really like the way, and it's so subtle. It's not like screaming that you've inked it, because I'm using the same color as the paper. But it definitely finishes it and gives it a little more dimension when you put it together. The only thing you have to be careful is that you don't get it all over your Whisper White. And oh, Becky, that's cool. Did you see that? She said to put a binder clip on it and then you have a handle. That'd be, I could be better at and not be so messy, right? All right, so I'm going to do this first. Whoops, wrong way. I'm going to do this one and then I'm going to ink and then I'm going to stamp it. So I'm being really brave, but I want to do this all at once. And I also find that it works better to do this first, because if I have colored in or I've stamped on this and it's not quite dry and then I stick my thumb in it, I can make a mess. Okay, so we're good with that. I'll have to try some of those tricks that you suggested. Alrighty, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cardstock on here. Mary Lou, you like the daubers? Well, maybe I need to explore my options. And put that right there. The stamp, this is the Seal Plus, and it just is so much better. You might have to start it once, but then it's going to make a liar out of me now. But it really does work way better than the other one does. And then you just line this up. Now I'm not going to put the next piece down yet. I'm going to put my ribbon on. I haven't done this trick in forever. You take your piece of ribbon and you tie it, I hope it's long enough. You tie it around, I usually leave it attached and then cut it when I'm done, but you know what, we're being brave. If not, we'll do another one. You tie it around a pen, all right? Double knot. I'm just nervous that it's too short now. It might be. Apparently I can't tie a bow either. This is testing my skills. I can push cut. Jeannie likes the daubers. Or the robbers. Yeah, this is too short. I knew it was. I could tell it was before I did it. So, don't do as I do. My dad used to say this all the time. Do as I say, not as I do, which means do this before you cut it. So, tie your little knot here, double knot around the pen. Super simple when you're not freaking out, right? Just a double knot, slide the pen out. Then, you're going to take this and you're going to take a glue dot on the end, right? And a glue dot right on the knot. And And then I'm going to put this right in the middle. Right there. Stick my glue dot down so it will hold it. Wrap this around. I love these turtles too. A little much for this one, but I like the turtles. Wrap that one around. And then this one, now I can cut it because now I know how much I need. And I'm going to grab myself a glue dot with my Take Your Pick. Wrap this little baby over and stick it on down. Okay? Then I'm going to take this and snip on an angle. And now I have this super cute bow ready to go. All right? Okay, now I'm going to stick this down. And then I'm ready to color. Now, remember back in the day when I spent a lot more time talking about techniques and stamping before I got obsessed with embellies. One of the things that we recommend is that you do use your Stampin' blends with memento. And I write it on the inside so I remember. But sometimes I don't like necessarily the boldness of the stamp set with the memento, so I do use basic gray and a light hand with the blend, and I'm okay. It might smear a little if you're really scrubbing or getting really heavy-handed, but you can get away with it most of the time. So let me bring this over here. And we are going to stamp this. This is one of my favorite scenes. I ordered it because of this. I love this. On the deck with the chair, sailboat. It's just the best. And I'm going to use some basic gray because I don't want a super heavy lines on it, but I want to see where to color. And we're going to stamp that right in the middle, a little bit up to leave room for the sentiment at the bottom. Perfect. So while that's sort of drying, I am going to put Take Time for Yourself, but I'm not going to stamp it in the gray. I'm going to stamp it in the bumblebee. If I knew what I did with my bumblebee. Yep, that's a good idea too, Debbie. Yep. I don't have any trouble with it, but I know some people, it depends on what you're coloring. And I'm going to stamp this over to the right. Take Time for Yourself right here. Perfect. I'm kind of let my basic gray dry a little. And I'm not going to color the whole thing because we'll be here all night, but I'll do a couple things for you. I started with my Old Olive, and I like to start with a light one and then work my way up. Now, it looks like I have the wrong caps on here. I do. I noticed I had two of the same color. Why are you so weird? Huh. I have 3 darks and 1 light. Well, isn't that clever? All right. You are the dark. You are the dark. Well, where the heck is the light one? You are not. No wonder it was dark when I did it. Here's my, oh, there's 2 lights right there. All right. Put you in there. I have 2 of these. Anywho, I'm going to go with the light first, and I like the thicker end. And let me zoom in and I'll show you that it really doesn't smear. Now I'm not scrubbing it, I'm really light-handed with it, and I'm not having any issues with the gray blending in with it. And I have to tell you, when I made this card earlier today, I was coloring and I was like zoning out. Coloring is probably my favorite thing. And I haven't done it in a while, so I was super excited. I want to thank the people that sent me messages and said, will you please make a card the old way? Because truthfully, it made my heart sing to color again. And then I'm going to take the dark and I'm going to go down the center of those leaves to give it a little dimension. And then just kind of use the stamp as my guide about where to add light and dark. While I'm doing this, I want to let you know that bonus days at Stampin' Up! Start on July 3rd. And what if this is your first year with me, you won't know what that means. Bonus days means that for every $50, Stampin' Up! Emails you automatically a coupon code for $5 off an order in August. Now, the biggest trick to all of this is you have to save the crazy email. The codes don't appear anywhere else, so you have to save them. So I recommend that you print them out and put them in a folder. This is Seaside View. Isn't it cute? It's got this cute palm tree. I love this one with the drink. Super cute. I'm going to do my chairs. You know what? I'm going to hold off. The chairs take time. I'm going to do the water and then we'll move on. So for the water, I just literally take the light pool party. Don't color in my boat. And just go over the water gently. Then take the dark and highlight. These are so much easier than Copics or even Spectrum Noirs because it's just light and dark. There's not 87 colors with numbers that you have to try and figure out what goes what. And it really does give you the look that you want. Now, if you're an artiste, then you might really like Copics. I love them, but for my cards, this is perfect. It flashed up on my my Facebook memories that I earned my Copic certification. I think it was 8 years ago or 10 years ago, something crazy. But I love these. Okay, so we'd finish. And then, to do the floors, I went with the light smoky gray, light smoky slate, because I always want a gray deck. I don't have one, but I want my deck to be gray because I just love that look. Mine is in need of a stain, is what it is. It's a new color that they have at Benjamin Moore, in need of stain. And I'm thinking we might do it. And every time I look at it, I think, oh, that's going to be such a project. All right. And then the same thing back here. Again, I don't do a lot with the shading with this. You can. But the whole idea is that this is just a great, simple little stamp set. And just getting color down really is all it needs. You don't have to stress over, oh, I don't know if I can color it right. Oh, and then I took the dark Calypso Coral, because that just screams beachy to me. And I used that to just color my boat, not the sail. I left the sail white. And I did the bowl here to have a little color. And you can see, like, I added this. Now, I could have done this in light with a shadow, the whole shebang. I didn't, because it's so tiny you can get away with it. And then I added some stripes to my pillows and good to go. Then, of course, you got to have some dimensionals. And you can see that the blends kind of bleed through a little. So you want to make sure that you have, this isn't the inside of your card. Oh my goodness, Jeannie. Yeah, see, no, it seems like a big project. And then I kind of put this off to the side a little. I didn't center it, but I made sure that it was even. And there we go. Right? I seriously forgot how much I love this. Super simple. All right, so let's quick, we have time to do the blue one, I think, because we have it all cut. So the blue one, same idea. We're going to pop this down, and then our color. Add your ribbon, and you're good to go. Now, if you decide that you want to do the embelly one, it's real similar. You've got a cardstock layer, you've got a designer series paper layer, then you've got a piece to stamp and color, and then this is the top layer. This piece, I decided afterwards, I did relaxing on it and I trimmed the top because it was too much. It's actually double this, but then I was thinking afterwards, it might look cool with just stamp the inside, not on here. Or if I'd used a lighter color, I could have stamped my sentiment right there. Anyway, those are our cards for tonight. So if I'm going to do this one, I'm going to grab Pool Party, and I am going to see if I have a clean dauber over here. Do I? I do. All right, you guys, I'm going to learn how to use daubers tonight. Because I really do like the idea that I don't get inky. That would be super cool. Can I get the same look? Oh, I can. All right, you guys. I guess this is going to be my new thing. Oh, Mary Lou, I'm sorry. I don't think so. Am I back? Oh, and there's one other Stampin' Up! Update I want to let you know, just because it's coming to an end. And I know a lot of you are really happy shoppers, and my Happy Shopper contest is still alive and well. What is a Happy Shopper contest? Well, it's not even really a contest. It's a rewards. So for every, and this happens even next month when there's other things going on. For every $50 that you order from me and use my host code, I give you a punch. Not literally. I have a punch card with your name on it, and every $50 gets a punch. And when you get 10, you get a free $25, up to $25 value stamp set. Your choice. You tell me, I order it, it gets shipped to you, easy peasy. Right? So that's the Happy Shopper Club. And if you didn't know it existed, I probably have a card here with your name on it. I send them out at the end of the month, and we update. We had a couple people redeem last month. And then the other thing I want to let you know is if you love being a happy shopper so much that you decide, you know what, maybe I want to join for the discount, and there's a few of those here, this is the month to do it. It's $99 for the starter kit. You choose $125 worth of product to fill your kit with. And then this month, you also get an additional bundle of your choice, a stamp bundle for free that you add to your kit. And that's that. The requirements are that you're my friend. Not really. The requirements are $300 a quarter. your quarter, but you have 6 months, the first 6 months to reach your $300. That can be in purchases, so you could be your only customer if you want, or you can decide, you know what, I'm gonna get somebody else to pay for my supplies, and you could share your catalogs with some friends and help them order, and then you earn up 20% to start and up to 25% or more later. You did get yours, Debbie? Oh, good, good. So anywho, if you're thinking that's something that's just kind of been nagging in the back of your head, just drop me a note. I'd be happy to chat with you about it, let you know what it is. I promise it is not pressure on my end. It really isn't. If you want to stay a happy customer, I am thrilled. I love happy customers. And I'm happy to send free stuff. So no worries. Coming in July, we are going to start with Christmas in July again, like we did last year. It will be kits. I'm working on whether I want to do shipping or not because of the way the shipping in the world is right now. So I have to think about this. I'm thinking how I would put them together. But each month, we would meet, we'll put together our 10 cards, just like we did last year. Those of you that didn't do it with me, you missed out. We had a blast. And we all had our Christmas cards done. So it starts in July and it goes through September. You have to commit to doing it each month with me. I'll send out details, so don't worry, you're not missing a thing. I'm not telling you what I'm doing, but I'm hoping you're watching. I am doing the ribbon. This is the seam binding one, the crinkle seam binding. So it's kind of thin, but it still looks cool. All right, so I did the first two. And I'm going to stick you down right there. And then wrap this around to the back. And then trim this off. Honestly, I need to wear my scissors around my neck. Yeah, it'll be on Zoom. Yep. It's the only way to do it. There's another one that I like too, the WebEx one, which is kind of cool. But yeah, one of those. Probably Zoom, because we all know it. I know we haven't been on it as much around here because the kids are out of school now. And I don't really know what's going to happen next. Can you see some of these other colors? I love these whales. My whale stamp and punch are on their way, so we'll do some of these next week. Of course, I've used all the paper ahead of time. There's that. Come on, you got it, you can catch. And pop this on. And then I'm going to do this one, but I'm not going to color it. I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to do it in Pool Party. Oh, and the Christmas cards will not, they'll be both. So you'll have embellies, but you'll also have, it's just like tonight's product. So both people can do it. this. I should have cleaned you while I was at it. Doo-doo-doo. You notice I have my stickers on the back of these cling stamps because I couldn't read the text with my itty bitty old eyes here. I think I need to get my glasses updated, but that hasn't happened in Vermont yet. Actually, it might be. I think they are. But I used the Walmart ones and they weren't open. Walmart's open, but not my eyeglass place. Oh, I didn't do snail on our dimensionals. Do I like it flat? I think I'm okay with it flat. All right, so we have a bunch of cards, guys. I can always come back and color him later if I decide I really need to, but we have those three are cards. Oh, no one told me this was crooked the whole night, you guys. Yeah. These three, these are Throwback Thursday cards. They are traditional, not a lot of work involved. And then we also have an embelly card if you want to do that. And remember, the embelly is an SVG that you cut with a Cricut or scan and cut machine. And there is a template. So if you like this look, you can just print the template. It's a PDF, cut it out, and then you can trace and cut out the interesting shapes. Alrighty. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Be sure if you decide you want to order this embelly, use the code STAMP, S-T-A-M-P, so you can get it for half price. That's right, Mary Lou, I did. It didn't appear crooked, but then I looked down and realized that my tile was not going straight. Hey, thanks for coming tonight, you guys. I really needed a laugh, and you all gave it to me. So have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you again soon. Love you. Bye.